As I mentioned before, this is my Dengar. I usually get him in this weird squatting position on my shelf because he actually will stand up like that. But I've never been able to find a way he will stand up properly. He's just very back heavy, and especially with his backpack, he's worse. He's got a blaster that goes in there. His rifle. Of course, his backpack. And he's just a very weighty figure. I love his loafers. He was just going to a key party. But that's Dengar. Yoda, the classic snake around him. Face is perfect. Love the fabric. It feels like just such a nice send up to the original Kenner figure. His feet look great. He's really good. Really good fit in the Empire collection here. Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars movie, obviously, so it's why I have so many Empire-related Star Wars figures. Next up, this Boba Fett figure. Looking back, I wish I didn't get the carbonized Boba Fett, but he was the one I could get my hands on at the time, so he's the one I have. I may eventually try to snag that new Return of the Jedi one. It's basically the same figure with a few differences, but this one's fine for now. I kind of like the little bit of shine, but he does stand out against all the other figures when you have them displayed, and he doesn't stand out in a good way. It just seems kind of weird, but I do like all the extras on him. His blasters and his rocket pack. I do wish that he had his cable that came out. That'd be neat. And I actually wish he had a removable helmet, but there's so many different ones that can do that now. It really doesn't matter. You can just keep buying Boba Fett's till the end of time. Not sure if the popularity of Boba Fett has waned since his TV show. Has it done something to his legacy? I don't know. But speaking of Mandalorian lore, here is the Mandalorian. His Beskar armor. It's looking pretty fly here. He's got his animated rifle there, his animated rifle. He's got his blaster here. His cloak looks pretty cool. Looks really good. And my final Empire figure is Bossk, which I like a lot. He's probably my second favorite figure of all these. I think he's just done really well. I like that you can see very clearly. I mean, you always could, I feel like, on original figures, but definitely on this Black Series, that this is basically the pilot in the cantina. The outfit laying around, it's like, let's put an alien inside this. We need another bounty hunter. But Bosk's in his race have went far beyond that just silly idea of throwing a bunch of different bounty hunters in the middle of Empire, as Star Wars lore does. You just keep adding to it, and there's just so much cool stuff going on. He's got his cool blaster. He looks great. Got a scout trooper who's been put under arrest here. He's one from a couple years back. He's got the dirty boots and a tiny little blaster that could get lost in your house really quickly. It just goes right there. Just goes right there, and not as snug as you might like. Next up is Grand Admiral Thrawn. Fantastic figure. I think I got this on the re-release. Great face, great eyes. Got him kind of with his hands behind his back like he's studying the world. Trying to get it out for you. There's his blaster. Really like Grand Admiral Thrawn. I like those Zahn books. And then what collection is complete without Darth Vader? This is the one that came on that A New Hope cardboard collect 'em all kind of anniversary thing. But I think he's good. I think he's got cool fabric and stuff. I've seen others that I think are a little better, but this is actually the first Black Series figure that I ever got, and so I don't see any reason to. I've never seen enough different about a Darth Vader where I'm like, oh, I gotta get a different one. I mean, he moves okay, and he's got a great cape, and he looks menacing. His helmet works. So it's all worked for me. Now I do have one more. BB-8. And this is the one that came with Rey. And I usually have to set him on a nickel so that he won't fall off the shelf. And it works most of the time. You just have to find the weight. So like I said, not many, but a decent collection, and I haven't stopped. Like, I would like a Stormtrooper, or a couple of Stormtroopers really, and I'm always on the lookout. If I see an Empire figure and it's a good deal, I'll grab it. Like, I would like to complete the Bounty Hunters. I wouldn't mind getting the Luke that comes with the Yoda. There's, if I saw a Lobot, I would obviously want to get him. And they're actually coming out with a lot of Return of the Jedi figures that have caught my eye, but I just, at this point, I mean, I know I do have a lot of Lukes here, but I don't really have room to get a lot of different versions of any other characters. So it really needs to be somebody like, I don't have an Obi-Wan, so I need to get an Obi-Wan that I like. I need to get, if I add to it, like I said, I need to get just a standard Stormtrooper, maybe like an Imperial Guard. I don't have an Emperor. I mean, what kind of collection is this without an Emperor in it, right? So that's the kind of stuff I'm looking at to try to add to. And I tend to like with Star Wars, if it's, not talking about like Luke, Leia, Lando, Han, obviously, but if it comes down to, say, a humanoid figure over, say, an alien figure, or a figure that has a cool design or, iconic design, I'm going to get, or a really cool droid, I'm probably going to get those before I get a humanoid figure, because I really don't feel like that there's a way they can mess up that design. You don't feel like you're always trying to compare those to the actor or the film itself. Even though I think they're really doing a bang up job with that lately. So that's my Black Series collection, and I appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, take a moment to subscribe if you like the video, and take a look at some other videos, and I hope you enjoy your toys.